Okay, so like I don't think any grinding can be done anymore unless we reach like end game or something, because I think I need like 25,000 to level up one time, and it's getting kind of difficult. So I might just have to do it the rest of it just like this. But I think I can't remember. I think I had to go back somewhere, right? Maybe this one? Wasn't there like a I had to go back to one of these things, but was it here or was it here? That's the question. I mean, I do need to talk to him too after he like he ran away, right? Yeah, he ran away. Ooh. Wait, so does it do so what so you have to freeze them first and then okay.
The field with the dead tree. I might be able to stop this experiment.
Yeah, let's see. 24th of June, 1789. Dear honorable members of the Club de Hotel de Maciac, I have taken note of the misgivings expressed in your organization's most recent report. I am ready to demonstrate to you without delay that my process is already operational. Tomorrow at dawn, go with your associates to the Faubourg of Gros Caillou, the place known as the Dead Tree. There you'll be able to see how quickly my sleepless slaves carry out their work. I was just there.
The field with the dead tree. Good. I'm nearly there. Don't move!
Ah, that cursed dancer! May you be devoured by rust!
So like what makes her so special? Like is this just the one that he couldn't control? Cause didn't he make oh no, he didn't make them. He probably did some weird alchemy shit on them though, cause the other guy was the guy who made them. Devokan Song. He's the one who made them, so maybe he just did some weird magic-y alchemy stuff.
He slipped through my fingers. Fortunately, he was unable to take his things with him.
Who do you think I am? I can read between the lines and I can see through your game. It wasn't enough for you to force me into exile. Now you must also harass me even from a distance. I command you, monsieur, not to write to me again. Rest assured that you will get nothing more from me and that I will take the secrets you demand of me to the grave. Moreover, and for the last time, I strictly forbid you to use what I taught you for the criminal purposes that you have in mind. I will pray for the salvation of your soul. That is all I can give you. Dr. Franz Mesmer.
The sleepless slaves. They meant the automats. Feeding off the blood of innocent people. Monsieur Raymond was completely mistaken. I must inform him.
What, they eat? The machines eat people? That your doubts may be allayed, I have taken the liberty of preparing a live demonstration. 4 days ago, the Marshalsea conducted a series of raids and procured 100 or so black fugitives. They are currently under lock and key in the Dépôt des Noirs at the Tour de Diable. No doubt most of them are escaped slaves. I repeat, my mechanical laborers are tireless, but for a hearth to blaze, logs must be thrown into the fire. This is why it is more necessary than ever to continue the slave trade. It will remain essential to the prosperity of your colonies. Only you need no longer provide slaves room and board. As soon as they disembark, they will go from the state of human to life fluid. Ew. Ew. Just think of the savings. They will be fuel for the fire, monsieur, and nothing more. Damn. Disgusting. Oh, he left the key. That's nice of him. Like, ayo, they doing some fucked up shit.
Monsieur Raymond.
Go on, Aegis.
I went to the Hotel de Massiac as agreed. What I discovered goes beyond your darkest conjectures. The club's members have no intention of merely depriving their slaves of rest. Rather, with the king's support, they plan to replace them with automat harvesters. The Count of Cagliostro is behind the plan.
Ma foi. But such a plan would certainly only improve the lot of these unfortunate people.
You are mistaken.
No. I mean, they kind of need
If
their
the planters
life
get their
juice.
They will have a greater need of slaves than ever. Only this time, they intend to slaughter them to power their machines.
Quelle abomination!
Par tous les saints.
4 days ago, the Paris Guard captured 100 black people. They were to be sacrificed as part of an experiment to test the effectiveness of the automat harvesters. Luckily, I was able to prevent the massacre.
Where are
Oh,
they
we
now?
did?
In a place they call the Dépôt des Noirs. I don't know where it is, but I managed to get the key. It bears the inscription, Tour du Diable.
The Devil's Tower is a prison in Vincennes, within the chateau walls.
That's 3 leagues from here. We'll only be able to free the prisoners once we're able to move freely ourselves.
At least they were spared the fate that the king and his accomplices had planned for them.
And what will you do with the 2 servants you employ, Monsieur Raymond?
I will continue to treat them well, as I always have.
However, under the laws you insist on following, they will become slaves again the moment they leave the kingdom for Saint-Domingue.
Certainly not, Monsieur de Robespierre. What kind of a man would I be if what I have heard had not opened my eyes? The planters of Massiac have been proven to be nothing but avaricious murderers. I thought I was dealing with opposition, but now I discover them to be vile enemies, from whom it would be vain to expect any compromise. From this day on, I will fight against their interests with all my strength, and will not lay down my arms until the last slave in the Empire has been freed.
Rest assured, then, that the people will fight by your side, Monsieur Raymond.
That's the spirit, my friends.
Okay, finally, we're
Vive
getting
l'égalité.
along. Even though I thought it would... Wait, did we do it? Oh, okay. We finished his side quest. It was a short-ass side quest. Okay, is, Mr... What was his name? I have to talk to someone, right? Is a Mr... or Monsieur Lavoisier? Didn't it say to, like, talk to Lavoisier?
Monsieur Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
how do you intend to counter the king's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'Arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsangy has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the Arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently. Then, if possible, we must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're
I
one
mean,
of
we
those
can
men who
keep
would
a
sound the
little
retreat
bit-
before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with it. Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Okay, I thought we were talking about a different quest, though.
Did you find out what...
No.
Remember what Must...
I'm looking for a way to force a lock that is supposed to be unbreakable. Monsieur de Mirabeau advised me to ask you for help.
But I'm an astronomer, mon enfant.
Oh, did I
not a
ask him
locksmith.
this already?
I know my way around lenses, filters, racks, and tripods. But I've never given a moment's thought to how a lock works. God, Monsieur de Mirabeau was joking with you, that's all. Où est-il, ce brave homme? So that we might ask him.
He has left. A matter that could not wait.
Excuse me? Do you mean he left the convent?
Yeah, like, did you not notice he's not
What was so
here?
important that he would put himself in such danger?
Intriguing indeed.
Okay, so I guess I had to talk to somebody. Oh, I had to talk to him too. Oh no, what? Oh, I think I got him confused with somebody. Oh. Because I know I remember I talked to Lavoisier. I didn't talk to him though. Okay. Okay, look, we are side questing. We're getting to side quests. Okay, the gunpowder. And then I guess this is like, I think this is where that thing, like I have to go back to that office, right? Whatever, let's go here first. Like we can't keep a little bit of it. Like I guess it would help. Oh, it was really close by, damn. Unless this door wasn't open before. Traces of
Gunpowder.
Oh. She stopped and then she was like, oh yeah, gunpowder.
It would appear that Monsieur Lavoisier's gunpowder was taken to the Bastille.
Oh great, okay. I didn't get there yet, so amazing. Okay, well that's that side quest for right now.
Here I am at an impasse. Should I go to the Tuileries to examine the safe? There may be a way to force it open. The palace via the Louvre. Then I should be able to enter it through the courtyard.
Oh, so do I not have to go find this guy? Maybe I should go, should I go find him first? Can't we take the safe with us? Whoa, holy shit. That scared the shit out of me. It's like normal Vol though.
Forced. Whoever opened it had the key. Monsieur Necker's bonds are still there. There's something engraved on it. H.G. Riquetti. Comte de Mirabeau. Whoever broke into this safe left behind the most valuable thing in it. This doesn't make sense.
Oh, where the heck is... Okay. I guess he's still in this area. I have to confront him. He went back to his house? Excuse me, sir. You've got some explaining to do.
I have just come from the Tuileries. The Armoire de Fer has been ransacked.
Diable. Someone beat us to it. This is very unfortunate. God only knows what we would have found there.
Whoever it was had to fight for it. I found a body there, killed by automats.
Mon Dieu. How dreadful.
Dreadful indeed. Especially since I discovered this in the victim's hand.
And what is that, pray tell?
A dueling pistol. With your name engraved on its plate.
Oh, May we? You're right. It is my pistol. It was stolen along with a number of other things. It happened just before the Estates General at my lodgings in Versailles. But how on earth did my weapon end up in the hands of this poor soul?
I am certain we will find an explanation. I'm going to have a look around. With your permission, of course.
Well, since I'm in no position to dissuade you...
Well, like, you need to... Why are you out here?
I'm going to have a look around.
Well...
I guess we don't really care. Even though the other guys were worried for him. Only a few lines were untouched by the flames. As it pleases your majesty, representatives of the Third Estate whose anger should have noted your loyal and discreet servant. Is that it?
You appear to have burnt these papers in a hurry. I'm eager to hear your explanation.
It's nothing at all, I assure you. Frivolous letters that were cluttering my desk.
I find your defense unconvincing. Why won't you tell me the truth?
You don't understand. This is a matter of the utmost importance that I cannot discuss with a creature such as yourself.
I am an automat, monsieur. This is true. But I serve the Queen. And my only aim is to put a stop to the crimes that have befallen the kingdom.
Well, know that you're not alone in serving the Queen.
You claim to be a friend of the Queen.
The King has gone insane. After what happened at Meudon, that much is clear. We can no longer expect any leniency from him. Hence my support for his wife. She's a headstrong woman, and much wiser than she lets on. You must know that she means to put her youngest on the throne, the young prince, Louis Charles. A regency would restore peace and unity to the kingdom. Then all that would remain would be to establish a constitution. I have the support of the people. They trust me. I'm the only one that can bring about these reforms.
What was in those letters you threw into the fire?
My private correspondence with the king. I had a key to the armoire, which served as a mailbox.
Are you conspiring with the king?
No, you don't understand. I was something of a shadow advisor, a diplomat, working in complete discretion. I feared his stubbornness would lead the kingdom to ruin, so I tried to reassure him regarding the aims of the Third Estate. But when Vaucanson told me what happened at Meudon, I realized it was a lost cause.
I found your pistol in the hands of a dead man. Who was this unfortunate soul?
Mathieu, one of the servants I had sent to retrieve the letters. I gave him the pistol for self-defense. Alas, it seems it was of little use to him against the king's automats.
Tell me, what happened at Meudon?
It's all here in this letter, written in the king's own hand. Please, give it to the queen. She must learn the truth.
Why were you in such a hurry to destroy your correspondence?
The letters contained sensitive information about my Third Estate colleagues. If it had gotten out, I would have surely lost my allies' trust, as well as any hope of establishing a regency along with it.
To Abbot de Edgeworth de Fearmont. Father, you who were my confessor, you who always listened to me and understood me, you who supported me on the terrible day when God himself abandoned me, I must today confess to you the worst of all crimes. I confess that I killed my son. I ordered the poison that killed him to be administered. Believing I was performing a miracle of the blackest magic, thinking I was giving a miraculous body to the child that the doctors declared condemned, I defiled the soul of my beloved son. His innocent soul is now trapped in a hideous metal cage. I transformed my son into an accursed creature, half man, half machine, who strives to tear down the walls of the prison we hoped would contain him. His only wish was to laugh and let himself soak up the beauty of the world, and I gave him over to terror, madness, and the most extreme sort of solitude. I have only one wish, Abbe. Give me back my faith. Your king demands it. I have no wish for the philosopher's nothingness. I want eternity so I can spend it atoning for this nameless crime. Oh, there's more. It's like the credits from Star Wars. I want a heavenly court so I may be judged by it before my creator. Father, I want my soul to be eternal so it may burn in hell forever and ever. Louise. Okay, thank you. I guess that's it. Like, if I talk to him, it's just gonna be nothing. Yeah. We don't even say hello. Okay, I think that's all. Wow, this looking Dark Souls 3. Like that second area in Dark Souls 3.
This time, it's over for me. The princess was ransacked. I barely escaped from the guards sent to arrest me. I must disappear and hope that things will one day turn to my advantage.
In truth, the timing is excellent. According to my informants, the king is planning a coup de force against the Third Estate. I think it's high time for all of us to go underground with you. Once we're hidden in the catacombs, we can prepare a counter-offensive in peace.
Does the Duke approve of this withdrawal?
Oh, that fool. He's indecisive as usual. Always busy dreaming about his cousin's crown. But I've prepared the terrain. He will let me do as I please as long as I serve his interests.
A hat? They weren't wearing any hat? Oh, I see. They're giving the cats guns now, huh?
Monsieur
Oh,
Marat's
God.
men waged a terrible fight here. Some of these poor men were trampled to death.
It's one of these things. I mean, I guess it would be worse if it was two. A scout? Yeah. See, I don't know if you have to get all these items. Like, I'm trying to get, like, all these dead ends and, like, semi-secret areas to find his, you know, his story-related flashback items. But I have yet to see another one after the hat. So, I don't actually know if you, if there's, like, a thing. Like, oh,
They barricaded themselves in to escape the enemy. The only way through is the hard way.
like, oh, do you actually need all these things, and or they wouldn't let you go through? But I don't know. Or maybe you get like a shittier ending. Oh, hello.
Monsieur Marat.
Huh? Hey? Who goes there? La diable, je m'attendais. So this is the famous Huntress Diana I've heard so much about. Truly. 'Tis an honor, madame. Now let me have a look at you. Oh, oui. You're just as they described. An angel of death. Descended from the heavens to vanquish the clockwork tyrant.
Who depicted me this way, monsieur?
Mes compagnons, madame. Chief among them is Monsieur Chaudelot de la Clos. They have observed you dispensing justice all over the city. A most expeditious justice at that, as befits the crimes committed by our good king. What a strange machine you are. Gifted with intelligence, clearly, but also with speech and the freedom to do as you please. Cependant, you are still an automat. Who is your master?
I guess the queen, because we're doing what she's asking us to.
It was on the Queen's orders that I came to Paris.
The poor thing. To what new level of desperation has her husband's madness driven her? Does she finally intend to leave this kingdom, where she should never have set her dainty little feet?
No, monsieur. She means to put an end to her husband's madness.
What, with you? You in what army? That's quite amusing, you must admit.
And you, Monsieur Marat? Who is your master?
I serve not a master, but a cause. That of the Duc d'Orléans. His cousin the king has no place on that throne, and nor does his wretched dynasty. The Bourbons, along with their wars, their crimes, and their vices, are finished. It's high time their scepter be passed to an enlightened, just monarch. One who is sympathetic to the people's sufferings. But now that I think about it, madame, look at us. We've been standing around chatting like old friends for several minutes, and I still don't know to what I owe the pleasure of your visit.
I must go to the Bastille, where Monsieur de Vaucanson is imprisoned.
Oui. Such a sad fate for a king's lackey. And what do you want with your creator? This man whose blood-stained hands built the army that's currently setting Paris ablaze.
What Vaucanson has done, only Vaucanson can undo.
Fair enough. Alas, while I come and go as I please through these tunnels, it is impossible to enter the fortress.
Impossible, dites-vous?
A sanguinary automat is spreading death and terror in the depths of this quarry. At the cost of their lives, my comrades were able to sabotage the floor of the cave to limit its movements. Nevertheless, it stands between you and the tunnel that leads to the Quartier du Temple, and that's the only way to reach the Bastille.
And yet that's exactly what I intend to do, Monsieur Marat.
À votre guise. I shall not attempt to dissuade you. There is one small thing, though. I had to disable the mobile walkways to protect myself from the automats. But since you managed to come here, I assume you already know a lot about these devices.
Indeed.
Here. This would allow you to reach the lower tunnels.
Can I talk to him about the other stuff?
Have you fixed the walkway?
I am working.
That's the mechanism.
Monsieur Marat, did you take part in an operation that aimed to kidnap the Dauphin and his sister Charlotte?
Me? Take part in an operation? Nonsense.
I mean, maybe not him himself. He's kind of been stuck here for a while.
Believe you me. That said, we did receive some information concerning the children. Unfortunately, I'm sworn to secrecy. If such an operation did indeed take place, Monsieur de Leclos would have been the one behind it. Alas, I fear that he is no longer of this world. There is little doubt that he and his men fell in the galleries.
Dites-moi, Monsieur Marat, what exactly are you doing hiding in a quarry?
I've made a lot of enemies. In my publications, I have always denounced the corrupt, and those who corrupt them. These vampires who cheat the weak and bleed the nation dry. Chief among them? That crook Lafayette. That Trenz Sabre. A career soldier who thinks he's Caesar. Not content to maintain an army of rats, this Blondin has all the Châtelet's judges in his pocket. It seems my prose upset him, as he swore to hunt me down. If I hadn't fled, I'd have been done for, there's no doubt about that.
Okay, so he's kind of like a... Well, I mean, he is the general, right? I guess that makes sense. He's like militaristic. Yeah, maybe a tad bit aggressive.
Who are your compagnons?
Patriots who come and go in the quarries throughout the city, under the command of Monsieur Leclos. Alas, there are few left. And I wager that it won't be long before the machines that have taken over our hiding place find me. My hours are numbered. Mais vous-même, have you found any companions for yourself?
Members and supporters of the Third Estate have gathered at the Cordelier.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have told him.
Would you be so kind as to name them?
In addition to Monsieur de Robespierre.
But whatever, we already committed, I guess.
Le Flambeau de Provence. An artful chameleon who skillfully dons every color of the rainbow.
The Marquis de Lafayette, Monseigneur de...
Say no more. They're just the privileged class celebrating the marriage of cowardice and treason. With adversaries like them, the king is sure to triumph.
Who is Monsieur de Leclos?
A brilliant writer whose pen has shaken the old world, but is also an experienced military engineer who has sworn his sword to our common cause, to his great misfortune, it would appear. There is little doubt that he died leading his men through the tunnels.
Oh, maybe maybe he's the one who got kidnapped. A political and impartial journal by Monsieur Marat. What a clever trick Monsieur de Mirabeau played on us by offering his chest to the bayonets. In the eyes of the people, the Flambeau de Provence has never shone so brightly, yet the veil must be torn away, and the truth must triumph over Monsieur Riquetti? Riquetti's tone of importance and false air of dignity, for he is nothing more than a slave of favor, a courtier, a zealous servant of authority wearing the mask of patriotism. Same Mirabeau who just 2 years ago would have pawned his knickers for 6 livers, is now bathing in opulence. He has just bought a mansion for the sum of 200,000 livers, which he paid in cash. He has 3 mistresses whom he lavishes with gifts. All are welcome at his table, and he has paid off his debts. At whose expense, I ask? At the expense of the nation, whose interests he always sold to the monarch. How this wretch whom the ignorant have canonized and whom the blind crowds insist on crowning must laugh at his foolish worshippers. His contempt for the people's cause is so great that he no longer even bothers to conceal it. Cunning chameleon, you may change color, but you will not escape my eye. I will track your skillful metamorphoses and draw the audience's attention to them, so they will no longer be bedazzled by you. It is not you, unworthy. Yeah, it is not. Oh, it is not to you. Oh, damn it. Whatever. I guess he hates he hates everybody. I wish here to denounce the duplicity of the Marquis de Lafayette, the aspiring tyrant on whose shoulders the confidence of a nation blinded by perfidious artifice now rests. It is well known now in previous publications I have attacked the boundless ambitions of our Mortier. What is not known is that he has sworn to kill me, and that I have been forced to go into hiding to escape his vengeance. Know, reader, that the regiment tasked with destroying my printing press and taking me away from my home was sent by the Châtelet. If our so-called national hero can, in all impunity, order the soldiers of the realm under his command to oppress honest citizens, if he can use public force to settle a private quarrel, who will stop him from using these brave men against the entire people? What will the French people, who look to him as their savior, think? By ordering the defenders of the nation to trample all over public liberty, the Marquis can only aspire to incite a civil war. This man is unworthy to command the defenders of the nation. Citizens cannot tolerate this shocking abuse. They must guard against the terrible misfortune that would be the inevitable result of his... Okay, he doesn't... Okay. But he doesn't like both of them. And that does seem... He does seem like... I guess the worser one. I guess. I mean, it's either like creating a tyrant, or like, I don't know, having someone like, I guess, a liar. I guess Robespierre was supposed to be like a liar. Oh, ooh, look at that outfit.
Stained with blood, as is this jacket. Who could have stained?
Oh.
Look at them, parading around like peacocks. These scoundrels, rotten to their very core. See how they proudly display their vices and shameful privileges, tirelessly working to drag morality through the mud, trampling love itself.
The Queen is said to have read your liaison before her husband banned it. It's hilarious, isn't it?
I'm not surprised. No matter how hard I work to denounce their immoral practices, the aristocrats saw my novel as nothing more than a light-hearted bit of fluff. How naive I was to imagine that my pen could slice away the gangrene of their debauchery.
Well, fortunately, you have more than one string to your bow, mon capitaine.
Copy of Les Liaisons Dangereuses. Okay, I found another item. Locked! The time has come for what is sure to be a decisive battle. Hardened by the weeks spent in the underground, we are now ready to defend Montmartre, our last stronghold. It will be us or the machine that decimated our ranks. We have chosen the battlefield for our fight. Despite their dwindling numbers, the first company is already hard at work, sabotaging the floor of the great cavern. It is up to us, whom fate has chosen to carry out this most perilous mission, to lure the enemy there and trap it. There's not a dreamer among us who hopes to survive this battle, but we go to our deaths with hearts bursting with love for our nation. Vive la France! Vive Louis Philippe, the first king of the French.
Have you fixed the walkway?
I am
That's the mechanism.
Who laid on this blood-stained mattress?
Oh, it's a strange story. I suppose you heard about what happened in Place Dauphine?
Indeed. I went there.
Well, we took in one of the survivors of the massacre. The only survivor, it seems. Despite his serious injuries, he was particularly talkative.
What did he tell you?
He kept saying that Lafayette was a traitor in the king's pay. That the flaxen-haired hero had deliberately handed his brand new National Guard over to the Automats.
What evidence did your guest have?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. It was based on a simple rumor that was circulating in the camp shortly before the Royal Army attacked. It would appear that several volunteers carried a yellow cartridge in their cartridge pouches. Most likely a subtle way for the conspirators to recognize each other. The subsequent disaster would tend to confirm this hypothesis. Vous ne croyez pas?
These are suspicions. Nothing more.
Right you are. Oh, if only I had proof of this conspiracy. Then I'd be able to scutter the ambitions of that cur Lafayette for good. The would-be dictator's plans would be foiled.
I must get to the bottom of this urgently.
Very well.
Okay, it seems...
But remember, if you can't find anything implicating him, look into the members of his staff.
I thought we were done with the
Start in Place
conversation, sorry.
Dauphine, where those brigands sullied the ground with their boots.
Should we do this first? Maybe we should do this first. Oh, would I have to... I have to run all the way back there? Is there like a shortcut? Technically I can teleport, but... I don't know, maybe we should do that first, because I feel like fighting this, or like beating...
Thanks to what I learned from Monsieur Marat, I will use the mobile walkway to reach the lower levels. Voila. That should have fixed the walkway.
Okay, can we... Oh, I guess not. But maybe I'll just bring it back, bring it up. I was gonna say, if I have to... if I leave and I have to run through all that shit again, I'd be really mad. What the hell is this just floating? A list of men and volunteers who have enlisted in the National Guard. Colonel Armand, the most senior officer, is on the first line.
Yellow cartridges. A conspirator's secret sign. There was most certainly a conspiracy. There's no doubt about that. But those involved shared the same fate as the rest of them. I should keep looking around Place Dauphine. Not even the commanding officer was spared. Lafayette didn't hand over his army to the king. This must certainly be Colonel Armand. I should keep looking around Place Dauphine.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, it's like a conspiracy within a conspiracy. I mean, I guess it was just a rumor, but it's a very convincing rumor. You know what? At least even he was like, no, it's just a rumor. But if I had proof, though, or at least he wasn't like totally like, oh yeah, it was totally him. Like he's at fault. It's all his fault, though. He's at least like a little bit logical and like, okay, if I had more proof, then yeah, you know.
Headquarters at the Pont au Change. By all appearances, it's not official. Most likely an underground hiding place that can be entered from the riverbank. I'll try to track down Capitaine Lefebvre. If he and his men withdrew to the Société des Amis des Noirs, he must have gone towards the Châtelet. It would have been a desperate move for certain. I doubt any of them survived the retreat.
Let's see, from Capitaine Lefebvre, posted at the headquarters at Pont au Change. Situation compromised by the automat attack near the Châtelet. As expected, we fall back to the Société des Amis des Noirs. Or Noir. No, it's it. There's an S. Noirs.
This gate has a lock that requires some combination of 4 letters. I should follow Capitaine Lefebvre's footsteps. He and his men withdrew to the Société des Amis des Noirs. They must have gone towards the Châtelet. I doubt they survived their retreat. The poor souls. They died just steps from their goal. York. What does that mean?
From Major Marquette Capitan Lefebvre. You are ordered to do everything in your power to stop the advance of enemy troops at the Châtelet. If necessary, sabotage the system that opens the door. Or doors, York.
Y-O-R-K. Good. The lock opened. The headquarters. This place must be studied carefully. This document bears the signature of the Marquis de Lafayette, so the rumors were true. The Garde Nationale wasn't formed spontaneously. All of this was carefully orchestrated. It is high time the Marquis de Lafayette explained himself.
Uh-oh. Oh, can I read the... Okay, hold on. I think I can maybe read it. Notes. Shoot, what was it called? Military Corps. Books, manuscripts. Oh, manifesto of... Oh, wait, I think it was this one. The signatories of this document swear to work to bring about the deposition of King Louis XVI of his name in favor of his eldest son, the Dauphin Louis Joseph. They vow to pursue his aim at any cost and to sacrifice their lives if the situation demands it. They agree in accordance with their position and rank to uphold and observe the following strategic measures. At the first bloodshed by the king, the veterans of the Saint Tonge regiment stationed at the Hotel de Invalid. I forgot what they called it. It sounds better in French. Invalides, invalidi. I don't know, something like that. Will form a national guard and will publicly free themselves from royal control. Care shall be taken to stage his mutiny publicly in order to earn the enthusiasm of any people, civilians or soldiers who might witness it. These newly constituted, oh my goodness, troops will go to the barracks throughout Paris to call for the assistance of other units. Civilian agents will enter markets where there are large numbers of people and call for volunteers. They will have pamphlets, posters, and banners they can use to convince the patriots. Soldiers and volunteers will gather in Place Dauphine, where a recruitment office will be established. The conspirators will insist on the name of Lafayette and will claim him as their leader. Everyone will need to be convinced that the Marquis is the right man to lead. Anyone who challenges this may be intimidated. When the troops are ready for battle, the Marquis de Lafayette will come to lead them. This is followed by 20 signatures. The Marquis de Lafayette's signature is on the first line. Oh, I thought it was like they were using his... I can't even. This is why I'm not into politics. Like, okay, so it's the Marquis that's doing this. I mean, he signed the damn thing, so... I like how they give me a carriage token because they knew. To all officers, I insist yet again on the necessity of putting a stop to the actions of citizen Marat, who continues to evade justice. No matter how successful our military actions are, we will be unable to restore public peace as long as this troublemaker remains free to sow the seeds of discord. Therefore, during our operations, be very careful that the person concerned does not take advantage of the chaos to slip through our fingers. Take him alive if possible, but use all means necessary if he refuses to cooperate. Vive Lafayette. De Beauve, second in command. We, the officers, soldiers, and veterans of Saint-Tonge Regiment, liberators of the American people, swear allegiance to General de Lafayette, the only man in this kingdom who is capable of restoring peace. We hereby vow to follow him at all costs and ensure that his military and political endeavors prevail by any means necessary. Vive Lafayette! A what? A discobolus wheel? Oh, and a new shirt, I think. Or no, it was pants. No, it was this one? Oh. It's cool. Kinda wish you can like dual wield muskets. Like since I feel like that'd be like a way better like alchemy elemental weapon if you can use two. Like, oh, I have an ice one, but I also have an electric one. I mean, maybe it'd be broken, but I don't know. Okay, now what do we do? I guess we just leave. Can we go back and show him all this stuff, though? I'm not gonna lie. I'm checking this trophy. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Because there was a trophy. Like, even though it was a hidden trophy, I kind of spoiled myself. I was curious, you know? You see a hidden trophy, don't you get curious? And it says something like, conduct a journalistic investigation without wrongly accusing Lafayette. So, like, when it says wrongly accusing him, like...
What of your plan to go to the battle?
I haven't...
Keep making your way through...
I made an enlightening discovery in Place Dauphine. Something that revealed your friend Lafayette's hand.
De grâce n'en restez pas là. What is it? If you only knew how eager I am to hear more.
Later, perhaps. I want to hear the Marquis'
Oh, okay, so we have to talk to him.
Oh, I see. You haven't decided whose side to take yet. You mustn't wait too long, madame. The suspense is...
Okay, I have to talk to him. Because it's telling me... This thing is telling me to, like, talk to him and then say refuse. And then... Because, I mean, I guess he's guilty of whatever this conspiracy is. But I guess he's not. I guess I won't be giving the bonds to him. Apparently not that what's his face Robespierre is much better though, because apparently he's a liar. Maybe calls him chameleon, so maybe he's like one of those people who tells you what you want to hear, but he's like scheming, you know, like he's like all for the people, but then he's like scheming against the people, or maybe not exactly like, or maybe he just won't rule the way that he told you he would. Okay, let us do this. Give him the bonds. Give him the bonds. Hey, yo, you gotta explain.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
Accuse him? Okay, hold on. I think it says accuse him. I was scrolling down. So let's have a staring contest real quick. Okay, accuse him.
Monsieur le Marquis. There is a most unfortunate rumor about you going round.
Oh, just one, is that?
You are accused of having delivered the troops who had gathered in the Place Dauphine over to the king.
Calumny. This is nothing less than vile slander.
Save your breath, General. The rumor is true. I can prove it. There's no point in trying to defend yourself. I know that you raised the National Guard for the sole purpose of taking command of it. There was nothing spontaneous about the uprising.
Do you have any evidence to support your accusations?
I do. I have the manifesto.
Bon sang.
Oh, it's not letting me do... Okay.
Why resort to this manipulation?
You must
maybe just to go through all the dialogue.
What I have done, I did for the good of the kingdom. I wanted to stop this massacre while protecting the Queen and the Dauphin. In the name of the people, Aegis. But an actual uprising of the people would have inevitably led to disaster. Only professional soldiers could organize and lead the resistance.
Who were your accomplices?
My brothers in arms, the brave men of the Régiment de Saintonge, veterans of the American War, men who at the Battle of Yorktown brought an empire to its knees. Alas, we gravely underestimated the enemy's forces. We thought we would face an infantry supported by a handful of machines, but an entire army of automats. It was unthinkable.
Some accuse you of harboring a lust for power. The circumstances were to your advantage.
These aspersions are all too familiar to me. But tell me, if I wanted the crown for myself, why did I not take it when I returned from America? When I had seasoned troops at my command and the people sang my praises with one voice? No, that makes no sense. Though I readily admit that I do believe I am worthy of fulfilling an important role for the Queen after her son is crowned. Lieutenant General of the Kingdom, for example. Or even, if circumstance requires, the Regent. Voila. Now you know everything. I haven't left anything out. However, this truth, if it were made public, would play right into my enemy's hands. So I ask you not to reveal anything I've just told you, and to give me the manifesto.
Oh, this is probably... No.
No, General. You'll forgive me for choosing to hold on to it.
In that case, my fate remains in your hands. Can you at least tell me where my detractor is hiding? The one who is spreading these charming rumors about me.
I cannot tell you anything, General.
Oh, no matter. I will not let this serpent continue to vilify me. I shall get redress for these aspersions in the end.
Do as you wish, General de Lafayette. Goodbye,
It'd be so funny. It's like I accuse him of all this shit, and then it's like, oh, here's the money though. Do what you want. I guess I can. I mean, I don't know how important it is to the plot. Oh,
Monsieur Marat.
Madame?
I'm surprised to find you here. Did
well,
you
I was
follow
just
me?
the quest
Didn't
told me
you
to go
know?
get you.
The Duke's allies are always impeccably informed. Some even say that we have eyes and ears everywhere.
What do you want from me?
That discovery you were telling me about earlier. The big affair you weren't ready to speak to me about. You had me worried that perhaps a deal was being made behind my back. You can never be too careful these days.
Okay, reveal the conspiracy.
You were right. Lafayette was behind this purportedly popular uprising.
Aha! I've got him at last.
I mean, he's
But he
right
had
in
no
there.
intention
Like,
of
he's
handing
already
his men
asking, like,
over
who
to
the
the
fuck.
king.
Well,
His
actually, we
goal
don't
was
even
to
know who
raise an
spread the
army to
rumor,
command the
right?
troops himself.
Unless it was this
It doesn't
guy.
matter. These troops would have allowed him to crush
But
the
didn't he hear it
Patriots
from
and set
somewhere
himself up
too?
as a
So, like, it
dictator.
technically
He
wasn't this
lied to the
guy.
people.
Maybe he's spreading it, though. He
lied to
didn't
the
really
Assemblée
create it.
Nationale. His time has come. All I need is for you to give me the proof of his treason.
Yeah, here you go.
Here. The details about the operation are written in this manifesto.
Madame, I didn't expect so much. The end of Mortier de Lafayette. The executioner has signed his own death warrant. I will now share these revelations with the people's representatives.
Conduct
Long
a
live the
journalistic
Assemblée
invention.
Nationale.
Marat,
But why is it,
set
like,
that
wrongly
example.
accusing
You're certainly
him?
a bold one.
Monsieur, I have come to pay my respects.
Mon pauvre ami, you must be out of your mind to come and defy those you so cruelly maligned.
Maligned, you say? This remains to be seen, Monsieur de Mirabeau. I have here a document that its author has amusingly entitled Le Manifeste Henri V. It appears that the name Louis has fallen from fashion these days.
Quiet, scoundrel, or I'll make you swallow your tongue!
Come now, you wouldn't dare, my dear Mortier. Not when we're in such fine and plentiful company. Monsieur, in these pages, you will learn of the vast plot devised by the Marquis de Lafayette and his sinister conspirators. You will discover how our national hero orchestrated the so-called popular uprising that gave rise to the National Guard. Bon sang, Monsieur le Marquis. You will also learn that he has proclaimed himself General-in-Chief in the hope of making himself king in turn, and that it is his lust for power to which the patriots who fell in Place Dauphine owe their tragic fate.
C'est incroyable.
You must believe it, cher monsieur, because to add insult to injury, this tomfool was daft enough to sign his missive.
Par tous les saints. If what Marat says is true, this is treachery of the basest sort.
Well, Monsieur le Marquis, do you deny it?
No, I don't. The loathsome Marat speaks the truth. I wanted to create an army that would be able to rid our kingdom of our anointed executioner, just as we freed America from England's choking grasp. I only kept it secret to avoid causing more chaos. Can you understand?
You defied the people, Lafayette. This is enough to condemn you.
So be it. You won't hear from me anymore. I leave the fate of the nation in the hands of the speechifiers and demagogues. I encourage you to say your prayers, gentlemen, for our end is near. As for you, rat, Go back to the cesspit from whence you came. You should never have come out.
I will gladly follow that order, General. Such is my pleasure that it will be your last.
Oh, okay. Good talk, everyone. Does he just leave? I'm going to assume he just leaves. Got kicked out of the club. Oh, no. What the hell?
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening.
Oh, you can still give him the bonds after all that shit. I mean, is it really that important? Like, is there a point in the story, like, if you don't give them, like, if you keep it yourself for, like, the entire part of the story and then not do anything? Like, would you just get an end, like, the normal ending? Maybe I just won't. Yeah, you know what? That's a solution. Maybe I just won't give it to anybody. unless, like, at the very end, they, like, demand I give it to somebody. Then I guess I'll just give it to Robespierre.